Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the meeting, and we will approve our meeting minutes. It's going to be our first thing that we need to do. I plugged in the chat the link to the agenda if anybody needs it. Oh, we got some more peeps. Cody. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Hi, Cody. Hi, Jody. Oh, and Brooke is here too. Okay, awesome. Thanks for being here, everyone. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hi, Brooke. And we're going to go ahead and approve last week's meeting, or last week. It feels like last week, but it's more like last month. Okay. Oops, hold on. Let me close that. I'm confused. I think I pressed the wrong thing. Hold on. A Chrome tab. Okay, so this is our PTA meeting agenda from September 10th. And these are all the members that attended here at the top left, if you can see that. And then if you notice any names missing, please let me know. Hold on, we got Sydney is coming in. Okay, so we had our principal talk to us about like the COVID and how we had 0 students test positive for COVID last month. So that was awesome. I don't know what our stats are like yet for this month. And then we approved our August treasurer report. Our starting balance was 12,696 and our ending balance was 13,932. And then we kind of reviewed a bunch of different committee information and went through the different things. So can I have someone motion to approve the minutes and second it as well? Go ahead and type it in the chat so we have record of it. Okay, Shannon moves to approve the minutes and Callie seconds it. Okay, and thank you very much. And then do we have the rest of you, if you would like to approve, please type in the chat aye if you approve it, nay if you don't. Okay. I believe we need to have how many people, like 10, approve it? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing the screen now, so we'll go back. Okay, we have to have at least 8 approve it. Thank you, Shannon. Okay, I think we have it. So awesome. Thank you, ladies. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and continue on to the rest of the things that we have. So far, our principal has not chimed in just yet, so we will skip her report for a minute. Do we have anything to report, Shannon, for treasurer?
All right. We just need to approve we don't need to approve. I just need to report the budget for October. So we had the starting balance of 13,932, as we saw at the end of the last one. We brought in a couple more memberships, so 13 more members and 5 yearbook sales. So that was $94. And we spent $150 on the PG scholarship, which is something we do every year, which allows the PTA to give scholarships to a couple seniors. And that's it. So I think we'll see more expenditures this month, but we ended last month with $13,877. So that's my report.
Awesome. Thanks, Shannon. And then for teacher grants, how did we do with those?
Okay, so teacher grants have not been given out yet. I was waiting to track down the last couple, and I finally did. So there's some grant paperwork I need to fill out for that, but I should be able to get it rolling. And then by the end of this month, for sure, we should be able to give those out.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Shannon. Okay, and then sounds great. And then we were able to approve our September minutes for our secretary. Okay, so we talked about ribbon weeks or safety weeks last month. Ooh, I'm getting somebody. Oh, Souza is coming on. So not our principal just yet. But we haven't talked to the principal about maybe possibly moving it up to fall. Because I think, Shannon, I think you're the one who told me about a different school that they had some ribbon weeks. And they thought it was pretty awesome, or Spirit Week or something like that.
Right. There's just been a couple elementary schools and stuff around us that have done, or even the junior high that have done some sort of 1 week where they do something different every day. And it didn't take very much, it's just like announcing it and not like you had to keep track of numbers, but I think it really kind of boosted school spirit. So that might be a good thing to look into.
Okay, yeah. So as soon as principal gets on here, we will ask her what she thinks about maybe doing that pretty soon, because I think we had it on in spring is when we talked about doing something like that, but I also feel like spring's going to get real busy quick. Okay, then let's see, we have the home readers program. Let's see, is Rana, Stacy, or Sam on here? I don't think I see them. Okay, we'll save that for a minute. Let's see, Battle of the Books. Jody, thanks so much. She's going to be posting up that information soon. And then if you guys have any information or anything that you want to share on social media, please give that information to Jody. She's the one that's going to be posting that up. Jody, will you just put in the chat like your phone number? I find it really easy to just text her like an image and then the information, and she's super good about just posting it up on our social medias. Okay, principal is here. Hi, Principal Bowman. Thanks for coming. I know you're super busy. We were just about to ask about if you had anything that you wanted to share with us first thing, and then also if we could talk about like a Spirit Week or like Crazy Hair Day or Sock Day or something like that to kind of boost some school spirit.
Great. I think as far as sharing stuff, we're plugging along with parent conferences and the different online system. And we've had lots of families attending virtually that way, so that's great. We want to thank you guys for dinner last night, Heidi's committee. I know that's a lot of extra work on top of, and they were very, very appreciative, so thank you for that. Yeah, we're just moving ahead, moving forward with things, and I think having a Spirit Week or whatever would be great.
Okay, could we do that sometime in October, do you think, or
Let me look at the calendar.
Okay. Because I almost think it might be nice for like the Halloween, because people are already gearing up to dress up anyway. And so maybe Halloween week. I think Halloween is on a Saturday this
Halloween's on a
this month.
Saturday. So we'll have the kids dressed up on that Friday, but we can't have a parade or any of those things. But we'll still have kids dress up, and the teachers will run a party and those pieces. So the kids will still get to celebrate at school and have that be a fun extra holiday type thing there. So we could do it that week if you feel like it's not too much for parents to remember. I don't think it would be, but that is for you guys to know better than me.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Should we do something like that for Halloween week? Chime in, let me know. What do you guys think? Yeah, some people like it. If we keep it simple, Shanna, that's a good idea. Probably just like crazy hair day or sock day. What are the things? Those are the only two I can remember. Hat day. Ooh. That's a fun one. Okay. So those are 3 days, and then you said Friday is going to be the costume day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And mismatched or backwards day. Oh, fun, Sydney. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, we can do those.
Hey, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Brooke.
I'm just throwing in another opinion, and I'm okay if it's with Halloween week, but I think it's fun because Halloween week already has something fun and exciting in it. I think it's good to spread it to a different week that makes it another fun and exciting week so that we're not shoving all the fun into one week. I don't know. My daughter just really loves that kind of stuff. She's been talking about when's crazy hair day since school started. But I think it's fun because they're already getting to dress up. I don't know. I just like the idea of spreading it a little farther for more fun and more days to look forward to. That's my input, but I'm happy to do it the week of as well.
Brooke, that's a good idea. What if we did it like the following week?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
November 9th.
anything is fun, just spreading it.
I'd say maybe not the exact following week, because then parents are like, well, we just had Halloween, although it's probably going to be pretty low key this year. But maybe like the week after that, maybe November 9th through, like a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, so 9th through 13th maybe, if there's nothing particular. It's not like it takes a lot of planning. We just have to get out, just set out some flyers, and then all the kids that want to have a crazy hair, they're like, oh, this is the final day, we get to do it.
I like that idea.
Well, I'm kind of wondering if we do it Halloween week, just because, like, can the kids go trick-or-treating? I don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's such a bizarre week. Anyways, I was just thinking, like, it might make it fun where it's like, look, we're still doing fun things in anticipation. I guess you can still paint pumpkins and do all that stuff. It's just so weird. Anyways, and then do another week. You can do a separate week, like, later in the year. But anyways, I just think it might be fun to, like, kind of tie it to Halloween. But I'm fine with whatever.
Okay, so now I feel like we need to vote on it so that we can see what the majority is, right? Okay, so everyone who wants Halloween week, put in the chat, just put like HW. And then if you want in November, just put NOV. But you can't vote twice. Because otherwise it gets really confusing.
Oh, that's true. No parade.
Okay. So we got 3 for November, 8, and 9 for Halloween week. So the Halloween weeks win. Just so you know, I didn't vote so that you can all be, nice to me. No, I'm just kidding. But I did like the idea of making November kind of fun too. So maybe we'll have to think of something in November to do to get the kids excited. Okay, so some of the things we were gonna do was hat day, mismatched or backwards day, mask day. Alicia, you're awesome. And then crazy hair day, and of course, because Brooke's daughter is way looking forward to that, right? And what was the other one? Crazy sock day. Or so let's just keep track of those. Okay, awesome. So I'm excited about that. Okay. Speaking of masks, though, while we're on this subject, some students have been noticing that there are Utah masks going around. Principal, this is a question for you. So they've noticed like some teachers are wearing like matching masks that say like from Utah or, and then I know my son's noticed his cousins having some Utah masks, and I wasn't sure if it was like a Utah County thing or an Alpine District thing or something where they said that they got the masks for free from school. So I wasn't sure if we have like free masks that we're giving out or certain people got them, but some, qualifications or something.
Yeah, no, the state sent us some, and we're handing them out as theirs are breaking or they get wet or whatever. Because every day we're handing out paper masks versus cloth masks, and some kids like the paper ones better as their replacement one versus the cloth ones. So we have some, and the teachers have some extras in their classroom that are have the state logo. They're black when they're the little kids because they're little masks, and they're gray for the adult sized ones, but the adult sized ones are big, like on my face. So it's those middle, like third, fourth graders that are not loving them when we give those as an option because they are so big. But we do have them, and they're being given out on that who needs one, and what do you like, because some people like the paper ones versus the fabric. So yeah.
Okay, thanks for clearing that up. I wasn't sure. We weren't sure if it was like something that everybody got or just some people. So okay, so I guess if my son really wants one, he'll have to forget his mask. Just kidding.
I mean, if you really want them, you can come up with the one.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure. I'll let them know, like it's like per case basis.
Yeah,
so
but really,
appreciate you.
It's like that's gonna be his favorite thing of the year. You could get him a mask. That's easy.
Well, Finn, he likes to point out all the things he's missing in life. So okay. So thank you for that. Okay, so we have what else? We were doing home readers, but I don't think we have anyone from home readers on here just yet. So we'll keep going. Okay. Let's go to Chandra for our reflections. Chandra, give us an update. What are we needing? How many people have submitted entries and things like that?
We're actually doing pretty well. We've got some donated prizes. We got like tickets from Hale Center Theater and 2-for-1 coupons for Provo Beach. And we've got a couple more that we're waiting to hear back from. But we're gonna send out some more emails and return more phone calls this week. And then yeah, I think we kind of oh, thanks, Callie. We have sorry, brain freeze. Yeah, we're just needing to pick up some more like candies or things like that. Shannon, the contact info for that would be awesome. And think just, yeah, if you know anyone who wants to judge, we're doing okay on judges, but I'd love a few more for any of the categories. And then the week after, we will need like an afternoon or something to do like an assembly line to put together the prize, like the participation prizes and whatnot. So, but they should be really easy. We got some little bags to put the prizes into, so that they're all like individual, and teachers aren't having to find anything or whatnot. So, yeah, I think we're in pretty decent shape, but if you guys want to share, any of the posts that we put on social media, and remind parents that, we don't need to turn them all in on one day this year. So it's good to spread it out so we're not hitting their website with tons of traffic on the last day. So I think that's it.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much, Chandra. And do we still need like parent volunteers, or were you able to get some from the online submissions?
I had one person say that they were happy to help. So yeah, again, any volunteers will not be turned away for sure.
Nice. Okay, so we'll need to reach out to get more volunteers.
Yeah.
And remind me again what day you guys plan on putting together those prizes and things like that.
Alicia, I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, so I will check. They're due on the 23rd, so kind of whatever day during Halloween week that somebody has time, if we want to just get together after doing one of the Spirit Week things, that would probably be quick and easy. I don't know how many people we're going to have actually participate this year. It looks like the other schools that have had their due dates pass already are actually only getting about 30% of the participation that they normally do. So, yeah, having teachers talk about it and get the kids hyped up at school would be awesome. Reminding them that using their fall break time to do something fun and creative and talk about why they matter is a good idea.
Okay. All right, awesome. Principal Bowman, are we able to do flyers for reflections? Can we do that? Okay.
Mhm. Yep.
So maybe we'll do that to kind of add more awareness around reflections, make sure people are submitting their things on time, especially since it's this month. Okay. And then we'll try and get some more prize help as well. And judges. Did we get, because I know there's a spot to register for judges, like to be a judge. Were we able to get some more like anybody volunteer to be a judge?
I've had a couple of people. I've reached out. I've got music judges pretty much covered. I think I've got photography covered and the literature. And dance actually I have covered. So, yeah, I think the art ones are going to be the big ones that still need judges.
Those are the ones that get the most submissions too, like the majority of all submissions. So
yeah. So, art judges would be awesome. I mean, I've got some people from out of the area that I can ask if we need to, but I would, I'd rather have somebody in our area do it if we can. But it's kind of hard to not a lot of people on the Utah Reflections page are worried about, bias, and because we have so many kids who um enter in that category, it's hard to have one of the parents judge or something like that. So yeah, if you know anyone, or if somebody has the experience or whatever to help judge art, that would be awesome.
Okay, great. And I got some messages there from Alicia. She says, Principal Bowman, can we include it in our morning announcements for reflection submissions? And then also, can we get a reminder on the marquee? And as for judges, I was wondering, I thought of Mrs. Cook, our art teacher. I wonder, is she allowed or able to be a judge?
I don't know for sure. Do you know, Alicia? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Alicia said she thinks she's allowed to. Yeah. So we do, we can trade judges with other schools too. So if we have somebody who wants to judge but whose kids are in that category, we could trade with another school and have them judge the other schools and have the other school judge ours. So that could help make it fair, especially for those two categories that so many kids enter.
Okay, that's good to know. Principal Bowman, can you add those things to the marquee and or the announcements and the marquee, and then maybe should we reach out to Mrs. Cook or?
Yeah, the announcements are easy. The marquee has one of the lines where the letters are slipping, so we've not been putting stuff up there until they fix it. Which we're on their list. I don't know when that's going to get fixed, but if it gets fixed before reflections are due, we'll put it up there. If not, I'll put a slider on the website and send reminders about that too. And then as far as asking Mrs. Cook, yeah, you could send her an email, see if it's something she can do. If we're wanting, neighboring schools, Linden sometimes participates in reflections. Some years they do, some years they don't, but we could check with Linden Elementary or Valley View Elementary and see if we do run into that, if they want to swap something there, because those are schools that are right here close. So those might be good options.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so that is our reflections update. That is a lot of judges. I didn't know we needed separate judges for each category. That's crazy. So thank you for all that work you're doing, Chandra. Okay, we have our teacher appreciation committee, and then we have our room parents committee, and then SEP dinners. And I noticed Heidi was here a second ago, I thought. No, Heidi was not here. Heidi is subbing. She told me that already. But let's see. They said that they did a great job. Well, obviously the principal said they did a great job. So we appreciate them. I actually texted Heidi this morning and was like, hey, did we plan anything for SCP dinners? Because I totally spaced it. And I knew that we were doing parent teacher conferences today. And she's like, yeah, we had dinner yesterday. And I'm like, wow, you guys are amazing. Like, I didn't even know that even happened. So we love our committees because they're just amazing and on top of everything. So appreciate them for that. Okay. And then we see Cody and Sydney are over what was I talking about? Sorry, I'm on the wrong page now. The teacher appreciation. So Cody or Sydney, do you guys want to take a minute and kind of just let us know what we're planning for teacher appreciation. I know that we were doing something for at some point in time, but I know that we also talked about moving it up. So what are you guys thinking? Thanks, Cody.
Okay. So I know on there it said we were hoping to move it up to January, but talking to Sydney, we had kind of decided that for us, it would work best to kind of pre-plan everything and hopefully have it possibly March 8th or the week of March 8th or 22nd. But we didn't know what the school calendar, if there was anything there, if that was open or available. And then that's sooner than having it, you know, in the spring to kind of interfere with things in April and May. So that's just kind of a thought. As far as dates, what do you propose there? Does that seem doable?
Okay, Principal Bowman, do you want to chime in and let us know if those dates are good?
I'm just looking at the calendar.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And then while you're looking at that, I'll just tell you, we still have the theme. So everything from last year was really pre-planned. And so now it's just going to be a matter of breaking down the days and maybe doing a few different things. We are still hopefully wanting to get the Chick-fil-A gift cards. And I need to talk to Heidi about that to see where we're at with that. But if we plan everything and then just, you know, keep it with the standards, I think that we should be good to go and our community will be good. So Sydney, if you have anything to add there, but.
Okay, awesome.
So I looked at the calendar, and March 8th, that week of the 8th is great if you want to just do that. You can get it on there and.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll plan on that.
Okay.
Okay, thanks so much, Cody and Sydney. You guys are awesome for taking care of that. So I'm glad that you were able to chime in because we were trying to make you do it sooner than you actually could. So thank you for setting us straight. Okay, Rana is here for the home readers. So Rana, I'm going to turn time over to you so you can give us an update on our results.
Okay, just a really brief update. I'm jumping in between other meetings. So we did not get a very good response back on our survey, which maybe is surprising, maybe isn't too surprising given things that are happening right now. We did get some additional books back. We didn't recover all of them back. I don't have a final number on that for you this morning, but we can either send out the survey again. We can do an opt-in program for actual home readers. I don't think that we are going to do anything digital at this point, but that's kind of where we are. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of support or interest at the moment, at least in the responses that we've gotten. So we still need to try and meet as a committee and figure out what is actually reasonable for us to kind of manually do and handle books that way. So that's kind of where we are, and that's the update for right now. I'm a little bit leery just because of the winter season. We've been really good so far, and I'm so delighted that we are still in school and things are good. I don't know what winter's going to bring for us, and so we have to. I don't want to send a bunch of books out and then have something happen with the onset of winter and then be down a bunch of books again. So we still just kind of need to evaluate the wisdom in that and see if it's something that we want to jump into this year still, or if we want to maybe wait until spring and we've weathered the winter and then approach it at that point. So those are kind of some of the options and the things that we're thinking about right now.
Okay, thanks so much, Rana. Yeah, I remember that we were doing, when I was checking the numbers, that we only had like 20 responses. And I'm like, don't we have like 600 and some students? Like, I know it's hard to try and get numbers back. And I know that our teacher committee is also struggling to get parent helpers and stuff. So I don't think it's just the home readers, just so nobody's picking on you specifically. So thanks so much, Rana. So yeah, we have a couple people chimed in. Alicia, you said flu season on top of COVID. Yeah, I know. I haven't even really thought of that. Brooke, she says, I feel like we may be shorting the kids if we wait too long to get home readers going. True, that could be it too. And then how many families do we have? Yeah, some families have multiple students. Yeah, 20 was not very many responses for sure. And then Brooke wants to know how our school is doing with COVID and have we been at risk for closing at any point?
We're doing good.
Okay, awesome.
Mhm.
I know there's a link that we can also check for Utah schools or something like that.
On the district's website, they have a dashboard that lists the range, and it's listed by school, so you can see each elementary, each junior high, each high school, and the range of students that they have, and it's color coded for green, orangey yellow, I think, and then like kind of red for those high schools that are on the modified schedule. But we haven't ever been to that place yet. We'll knock on everything and keep washing everything, but we're doing really well.
That's awesome. You guys are doing awesome at keeping us safe and keeping our kids safe. So thank you. Okay. Let's see. We have room parents. Shanna, if you could chime in for us on the room parents side.
Yeah. I think what's interesting is, so we are missing, so Alicia Anderson and I have been working on this, and overall, it's been a lot harder year than most years. I think leaving the sign up outside the door just, I don't know if it caught more people, but our online signups, we got a handful that were a good jumping place, but we didn't get enough of certain classes to really be able to lock in the room parents well. So we've been working on this. We have room parents locked in for every class except for we don't have pre-K AM. We don't have first grade ASA. We don't have second grade Matheson. And we don't have special ed room parents right now. And we have contacted teachers and had them send out emails to their class asking if anybody's interested. We've contacted all the people that signed up online, even in the class at all, that gave us contact information. And we still have come up with not having, like, especially Miss Asa, she said after sending the email out in her class, even for help, she got absolutely zero response. So I think she was kind of surprised. And I think the weird thing is, I don't think our school is like that. Like, I think people are pretty willing to help, and especially on a year where it's so easy to help. Like, we're not even asking for people to run a party this year. They're just gonna, donate some treats or something. So I don't think somehow we're just missing the ability to reach out in a way that people feel like it's easy to respond. And that might be the same problem that we're having with the home reader program. It's just that people just aren't, because it's weird when you talk to people, like personally, people are just as willing to help as they've always been. But then on these response forms, we're really getting no response. So the other tricky thing was the way that we did the online link. We had people tell us what class their kids were in, but we put the Portuguese English together, and so they didn't tell us their homeroom. They only told us if they were Portuguese English. And so what happens is you end up with these group of people that they're willing to help for the parties, but they don't know which class their kids' homeroom class is. And so Alicia and I have spent a lot of time texting parents and saying, who's your homeroom teacher? And it's weird that people don't seem to know that. And some of it is because the classes are all, right, the Portuguese English classes are all like red group, blue group, green group, yellow group, like, and it changes from grade to grade.
In
So
their Skyward, the teacher's name that is there when they log in is their homeroom teacher.
is their homeroom.
Mm-hmm.
So we can go back through, but it's interesting just in texting. We're like, who's your homeroom? And a lot of parents have a hard time with that. They're like, we don't know. And so it's weird because if you're going to have a party and you're going to, and they're like, does it matter? And we're like, it kind of does if you want to help with the right party. So, like, anyway, just challenges that we've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
But the teachers were all emailed. The ones that we locked in room parents for, they were all emailed, and all the room parents have been emailed. And we've been working on the helper lists, like people that signed up to help. The sad news is it's just really short, and I think that that's not characteristic of how it usually is. So I don't know. That's kind of where we're at.
Wow, thanks so much, Shanna. Yeah, that form is definitely not the easiest thing to understand when you're going into it. We tried to make it as simple as possible, but I now see the error in not collecting more information for those classes.
Yeah, and I think if next year we return back to normal, I think it's well worth our effort of putting stuff outside the classrooms also, because I think that just seems to be a place where we pick up enough help. So it seems to be worth it. But this year being what it is, I still think most room parents will be just fine because the parties are so minimal anyway, that if they just work with the teachers a little bit, I think it should be fine. So.
Okay, well, thanks so much for organizing that chaos into something that could be usable. Let me know if there's anything that we can do to make it easier to read that form, because I know I've worked with the form numbers a little bit and can adjust and see things that maybe is harder to notice. So.
Yeah, and then maybe just one other thing. As far as like parties that are coming up, it's going to be the special education where we have absolutely nobody that signed up online that marked a kid in that class. So we have had no contact with anybody in special ed. So I feel bad for those teachers because we don't have a jumping place to help them. We don't have anywhere to go because we have no signups to call and contact. So
we can help with that.
Okay. So
yeah.
All right.
We'll do that.
Okay, thank you. Awesome. So I was looking at HubSpot and they have like a special thing where we can use HubSpot to manage different classes in different rooms. And I wasn't sure if that would just be like just one more thing for teachers to manage or just one more thing for room moms to manage. But it seems like it's pretty like streamlined. And so I wasn't sure if Principal Bowman, if you know, since you're in contact with the teachers more, if you think like telling them, hey, if we set you up in HubSpot and then plug in the parents that were willing to help for that class, and then maybe send a link out for the parents to join like their class, if that would be easier for them to communicate, because then we could actually have access to their contact information that way, instead of just using that form that maybe is a little bit too confusing, especially with the rooms. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Is it a one-time thing that they would do once, or is it something that they would ongoing be having to track and manage?
So I would imagine that they would send out something one time to like their class parents, and then the parents would get online there and plug in their information. And then from what I understand, the room mom could then manage communication from what's going on in the classroom to each of the parents. So if they needed to get signups or if they needed to text out the families, then at least the room parent could have that information. And that's obviously, you know, if we were talking people who chose to sign up and be on there. I mean, I think it's kind of the same thing that maybe Shanna and Rana are experiencing, where they would still have to take time to sign up and join online. But once they did, then it would be easy to keep track of them through that Member Hub portal.
Maybe let's look at it and see kind of how much work it's going to be for them, because they have a lot that they're balancing between the different settings, just like user-friendly usability and pulling names. So let's maybe look at it, and then if it's easy for the teachers to just kind of do quickly, then we could do it. I don't know. And then just see. I don't know if we'll get more parent responses or not, but let's maybe do some more digging and looking at the system and see what it can do for us and how much time it would take to get it going.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting some comments. Let's see. Shannon, you don't think there'll be a big response because of the, non-responsive people with the signups? And then Sydney, you think one more thing for teachers to learn this year might be too much? Yeah, probably. And Brooke agrees. And then let's see. Antonia, for me personally, I don't know what is needed and where to sign up. I even got the link from the last PTA meeting, but she's still not sure if I actually signed up or not, since no one ever contacted me to help except to be a room parent, which someone else did. It just isn't front of mind since I'm never in the school now. Maybe a monthly email letting people know what help is needed would help, and how do people sign up to help. Okay, that's probably a good information. Like, people sign up in the email, but then we don't contact them, after they've filled out the form. But maybe if we do have some kind of like teacher contact or something, or room parent contact, or I don't know who would initiate the contact, but to kind of give them an idea of where the help is needed might be good. Somebody else said to know specifically how to help, which is good. And that would be helpful. I think that was you, Chandra. So yeah, we might just need to have a little bit more communication. But since we're not really doing many parties or, doing things, we haven't really had teachers reach out for specific needs, right? I mean, I haven't heard from our teachers' needs. So I don't know. So maybe I'll look at how difficult it will be to figure out the teacher classes in the Member Hub, and then see if it would be something that teachers would be interested in. That they have a video about it, and so maybe I can send that to you, Principal Bowman, and you can send it out to teachers, and we can maybe get like a vote from the teachers if they think it would be a good idea or not. Okay, so I'll do that. Okay, and then let's see, am I missing any committees that needed to have some time? We have about 10 minutes left, so I want to make sure. Oh, we did talk last month about website donations, but I haven't gotten anyone submitting anything from your committees to add to the website. So if you have a specific need for specific supplies or an idea of what we could add to the website for your specific committee, so that we could have people donate on the website to that committee, just send that information to me so that I can specify it on the website. For example, like we talked about the home reader books, we could do, if somebody wanted to donate like one book to home readers, would be like a $5 donation, or I'm trying to think of something else. Maybe like for teacher appreciation, we could say like, $10 towards, teacher gifts or something like that. So if you have any ideas that you might want to do that with, let me know. Oh, Callie. Okay. Yes, Callie, thank you so much for reminding me that. Callie, do you want to chime in for us for a second?
Sure, I can tell you about it. So classic skating is still open, and they have had some schools maintain their skate night date. She had one school that was really well attended, one that was low, but just, I don't know, with Orem being in Orange and the fact that our school has had such great numbers, I just don't think it's worth the risk of infecting. Like, I want school to keep going. I really, really want school to keep going. So I talked with them and they were fine with letting go of our October date. We've kept the January date. I don't have it right in front of me. I think it's like the 30th. It's towards the end of the month. So that would become our paid event, because with Classic, we pay for one event and then we get one free event. So that would become our paid event, and then we could have a free one in later in the year if we maintain that January date. But we'll just evaluate things as it gets closer and see what's happening. So that's all.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Callie. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Who said something? Brooke? Oh, yeah.
I do not want to be in charge of spearheading all of fundraising, but after our last meeting, I did contact Wendy's and Panda Express both do fundraising. They do 20% back pre-tax towards families, and you can do an event every 30 days apart. I mean, if you wanted to, at Panda Express, or as many days as you want at Wendy's. The Wendy's in Linden is not owned by the company that I called, but the one just right in Orem on like 9th North or something on State Street does do that as well. If you guys are interested, I can set one of those up.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I mean, I'm totally in for those because those are like easy fundraiser cash flow, you know?
Yeah, we would just need to do the advertising of it. But do you think, so at Panda Express, you have to have a minimum, in order to get any money back, you have to have a minimum purchase of $100, not per family, just per fundraiser, which I feel like should be really easy, right?
Totally.
So do you think Panda Express or Wendy's would be more likely that people would go? Like, I don't ever do the Zupas one because I'm not going to go spend $60 to feed my family for that. But I would go to Wendy's, or even, I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, I totally agree. Like Zupas is awesome, but it, you know, we don't go there very often. But Wendy's is definitely something that's like really affordable, and like, which child does not like Wendy's? And then Panda seems pretty easy. Let's see. Callie's asking, does the drive-through count, or is it just dine-in only at either location? Do you know? Or
I did not hear, but when I was talking to the lady, she said that anything, as long as we tell the cashier or show like our flyer or take a picture of it on our phone and just let them know it's for our school, that any ticket gets 20% back from Wendy's. So my guess is the drive-through works all the same.
okay, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think it looks like everybody's got the Wendy's on here.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want to set up
matter?
Wendy's.
Is there a day of the week I should aim for to anybody? Like weekend, weekday? What are people's thoughts on that? Oh, with Spirit Week, maybe. And Sydney says the weekend. All right. What does everybody else think?
Both would be good. Principal Bowman, is there like a preference that you would want us to have on those days at all, or?
Oh, I think it's just whatever works better for families of a night of the week that would make sense and be helpful.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just pick a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have a specific day either. I think maybe the weekend I would forget. because if we could do it during like a school day, we could almost do like a flyer the day before or a sticker or something. And then we could remind people like tonight is Wendy's night or
Well,
something.
oh, so it's the entire day too. Like you don't even have to. I mean, like if you wanted to do
Oh.
breakfast, you can do that too. It's the whole day. You get your 20% back. So anyway.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
Thanks
get
so
that
much,
set up.
Brooke.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Sorry. I had that muted. Thank you so much, Brooke. That was awesome. We'll definitely do a Wendy's night. So let us know when it is and we'll get Jody adding it to our social media and maybe get some flyers or something sent out. As far as, let's see, anything else we have Shannon told us there were 30 yearbooks sold so far. So that's awesome. I was thinking about having the teachers submit pictures through Google Drive. But then I saw that member hub could also allow us to submit pictures for the classes through there. So I'm going to try and figure out which one would work better for our teachers, so that it's not so many different things that they have to learn or do, because I think that's a good point. And then box tops. Do we have anyone that would be interested in just kind of maybe sending Jody some updates on box tops, or, it's basically like an online at home kind of a thing. So I know most of you ladies that are on right now have responsibilities. So I'm speaking to those who are maybe not here and just watching online. But if anybody has idea or has interest in just doing something from home, Jody would just need to get some images from you and some text from you about box tops, just promoting it on a semi-regular basis to kind of keep people thinking about the box tops. And then I guess if there's anything extra that you want to do for that, that'd be awesome too. So, and then we were talking about swag last time. And there's two different options that we were able to find. There's options of doing like bulk orders where we would order like sweaters or water bottles or lanyards or things like that, that we could order in bulk. And then, we would organize those orders and then, we would take them and put them together and deliver them to the classes, to the students who have ordered. Or we could also have something where they get shipped directly to the family, so that we wouldn't have to manage any kind of organization of the products or even handle anything. And they just get shipped directly to the families who have placed orders. And so there's a bit of a price difference there, obviously, because each when you order in bulk, you can get a discount. But honestly, the price difference isn't that much. I have like a contact at Prodigy, and the prices they were giving me were probably like $5 less than the direct shipment to people's homes. And so I was like, well, I mean, I don't know what you guys are thinking. If we would want to have someone manage all of these things, or if we would want to just have a company just take care of it for us, and then we just kind of make the difference there. Yeah, so the masks with logos on them. I know that our school, correct me if I'm wrong, Principal Bowman, was going to do the masks, right? You guys were going to sell them with like the school logo and then just have those available?
Yeah, they're working with a company, and it'll be set up with an online store through the printing that does like t-shirts, and a hoodie I think is an option, and having it so the parents can pick what they want from the website, and then it ships directly to them. And it doesn't cost more to do it that way with the company that we're working with. So they've almost got that organized, and then we'll kind of show you what it is and how it works, and we'll get it out to people.
Oh, okay. That sounds awesome. That sounds good then. We'll just wait to see what you guys have. And then if we feel like there's something else we can do, then we can do something like that.
I just really quick, sorry. I was just going to say,
Yeah.
as far as shipping it to students versus getting it in school, I think we might end up selling more if they get it in school, because then they get excited. The kids around them get excited and see it, and then they want it. And I feel like it would make a bigger buzz, and people might run out and tell their parents that they want one. I don't know, just an idea.
That's true. I think you're right, Brooke. There's definitely a difference between like the excitement that you get when everybody's getting their orders versus not. I think that's how you get more yearbook sales, right? So, okay. And then we have the last thing. I had some spirit sticks that I looked up, and they're 50 cents each for spirit sticks, and they're having like a promotion. It's like called Spirit Monkey, and they're having a promotion where if you get like $300 order, they throw in like 100 spirit sticks. Anyway, so basically they're 50 cents each wholesale, but we could sell them for like $1 each, and we can use them in school. They have lots of fun sayings for reading goals, birthdays. We can give them out for birthdays. We could give them out for any different kinds of achievements that they have, or they can pick like specific themes, like if they like soccer or baseball or basketball, and then they just put those on their backpacks. And so I wasn't sure if that was something that we would be interested in at all, in maybe looking into getting that in our school, or if anybody is interested in maybe managing that either. So where would it fit into our budget? So I'm not sure how it would fit into our budget per se, but it would be something that would raise more funds. So that's basically how I was looking at it, just like something small that could, get kids excited about it. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Yeah, so we would be selling them. And that's basically what we would do. And then teachers could purchase them if they wanted to give them out, or let's say the school could purchase them to give them out as birthday things. Oh, there's the link. So thanks, Shannon, for posting that up. So yeah, and maybe we just need to kind of continue to think about that and see if we want to do that. Yeah, I know that in past, Callie, $1 is low enough where, you have your kids kind of just carrying cash. But I know in the past in other schools before COVID, they would sell these and it was like really fun. But with COVID, I don't know how we could, do the handling of the spirit sticks, because it's kind of like what Brooke said, like when you see it, you get more excited about them than when you're like ordering something online. And so it would require, more handling of things, I think. But if we did, says Alicia, the handling of cash money can be pretty dirty. Yeah. So that was just something I was thinking about. But
are we able, Principal Bowman, are we able to like set up like spirit stick stand days? Like, can one of us come and set those up and sell them?
They're discouraging anything that creates like clumps of kids, because they don't naturally do something like that. They're not gonna.
Right.
They're just gonna be children, which is great. But they've discouraged things like that where it's not an organized, like spaced line, and you'd have to like mark stuff out. So it would be a little bit of a bigger production. But we could try and see what options we can figure out, or do several different, or we just have to think about it differently than we normally would.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
We did, I'm sorry, I have painters here, so it's kind of crazy, but we did them in Ohio. And I wish I had them, but they're on my daughter's backpack. And I think it was tied to like a fundraiser. It's been a while, but if you donated so much, like doing something, you'd get one. So like, you know, the kids couldn't get certain ones unless they made certain donations. And they just have like, that link is correct. They just have little like sayings on them. I can't even remember what my kids earned, but it was part of like a fundraiser that like helped. They got excited because they got to the next tier and then they got them. Anyways, but you could also just sell them straight up too.
Yeah, so they sounded a lot of fun to me too. That's why I was like so interested in doing those. But so Principal Bowman had to leave, so we appreciate her being here and taking time. But yeah, so it is now 11:07, so I don't want to take more of your time away from your families. So is there anything else that you guys might want to bring up? Otherwise, we can adjourn the meeting. Okay, sounds good. Everybody's good. So thank you again for your time, and we will see you next month. Our next month's meeting is on November 12th, and we will again send reminders and everything. So we appreciate all the work that you do to help our PTA run smoothly, and I hope you guys have a safe and awesome rest of your week. And we will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye, Jody. Good luck with your floor. Bye, Jenny.